Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So happy Valentine's Day as well. Today is Valentine's Day, and today we're going to be talking about some romance movies that I love that I want to recommend to you guys, or just like recommend movies that you should watch on Valentine's Day. And I will tell you which movie I'm watching for Valentine's Day because I think it's a fun little movie and um yeah, but let's get started. Um, so I'm gonna start with this one because this is the movie that I'm going to be watching for Valentine's Day, which is Warm Bodies. And it says like cold body, warm heart, and it's just this movie is um basically like a Romeo and Juliet, but with zombies. It's that kind of thing, and this movie is so like I think the romance in this is so like great, and yeah, I can't wait to watch it um today. And I don't know, like I feel like this is a really perfect movie to watch on Valentine's Day. I think it's a fun little movie, and um yeah, and I think for this time, I think this was made in like 2013 or something. Wait, when was this movie made? Hold on. Let's see where it says. Oh yeah, this was made in 2013. For this movie to be made in like 2013, I think this is great. Um, greatly filmed. I love everything of this movie. So yeah. Um, and yeah. And yeah, it says like on the back here, an unlikely romance between a beautiful human teen and a sensitive undead slacker sets off a chain of events with the power to transform the world. So yeah, and then this movie is with Nicholas, wait, what is his name? Nicholas Holt, that's what it is. And does that say Teresa? Yeah, Teresa Palmer. And I'm yeah, that's like the two main characters or whatever. And yeah, let's get the rest. So yeah, some of these are not opened yet because I haven't watched them yet. Because I got some of these movies like during Christmas time, and I just never opened them. But I have the 10 Things I Hate About You with Julia Stiles and Heath Ledger. Heath Ledger is just like amazing, and like he's like just a wonderful like actor, and it's so sad that he passed when he did, because I feel like he like you know he was just an amazing actor. And like from like what like you see like as like a kid, like you know just like seeing him and like in his movies, and then like finding out that like he passed away, like that's so sad, so sad. But yeah, he was a wonderful person. um and yeah. And like as a kid, I was like literally had a crush on Heath Ledger, especially for his role in The Dark Knight, the Batman movie. Um, but yeah, like so this movie is just like teen romance, but I think that this movie is so special as well. So yeah. Oh, it says right here, best supporting actor, The Dark Knight. But yeah. Um, and this, so yeah, it says new kid in school, Cameron is smitten with the beautiful Bianca. The problem is that Bianca isn't allowed to date unless her surly older sister Kat does. Cameron's only hope is to enlist the help of Patrick, the school troublemaker with a reputation as nasty as cats. This special edition brings back the love-struck high school classmates of '99 with the treasure trove of exclusive footage. And yeah, just wonderful, wonderful. This is like I feel like some of these movies I like love so much because I just like grew up with them, and like, you know, I just grew up watching these movies, and these like movies were so special because like they don't make movies like that nowadays. And you know, and just like seeing this movie, I was like, when I watched movies as a kid, I was just like, this movie is so like revolutionary. This movie is so like beyond its time. And like for every single movie that I've ever watched, I feel like there's only like a few that I'm just like, this movie like has shaped my whole entire life. This has like, you know, altered my brain chemistry. There's only like a few of those types of movies, but I feel like the movies that I did watch when I was like growing up, and like they're just so special to me. And yeah, and I feel like this one is just like, I feel like this is like really like, out of like all like the teen movies, I feel like this one is just like, you know, the best one that I have seen um like in my childhood days. So yeah. And then we have this one is like, this one follows like a whole bunch of different people, but yeah, it's he's just not that into you. And this is just like, there's like Ben Affleck, Jennifer Aniston, Drew Barrymore, Jennifer Connelly, Kevin Connelly, Bradley Cooper, Jennifer Goodwin, Scarlett Johansson, and Justin Long. So yeah, there's a lot of people in this movie. Um, and yeah, it's just a really I've only watched this like maybe like a few times, like two or three times. So yeah, but I just really, really liked this movie. I haven't seen it like in a very long time, but um you know, one day I'm excited to see this movie again. Um but yeah, so it says right here, um remember that really cute guy who said he'd call and didn't? Maybe he lost your number. Maybe he's in the hospital. Maybe he's awed by your beauty, brains, or success. Or maybe he's just not that into you. An all-star cast: Ben Affleck, Jennifer Aniston, Drew Barrymore, Jennifer Connelly, Kevin Connelly, Bradley Cooper, Jennifer Goodwin, Scarlett Johansson, and Justin Long looks for love and finds laughs in the savvy, sexy, right now rom-com. Based on the runaway bestseller, some guys you know, some guys you know, bestseller by Sex and the City series writer Craig Ben Berendit. I don't know how you say that. Greg Berendit and Liz Tucilo. These these names are so hard. Um, he's just not not that into you. Sparkles the zingy aha moments any survivor of the dating wars will recognize. See it with someone you'd like to love. And this movie is just like so, like it just shows like different sides of love, and it just shows like, and yeah, this movie is so fun. So yeah, and this would be a, like a really fun movie you want to see, like, you know, like if you want to like see like a multiple POV uh type of movie. I think, yeah, I feel like there is more like movies like this, like Valentine's Day. I don't have that movie, but I don't have like a physical copy of that. movie, but that also has multiple POV. That'll be like honestly perfect to watch on Valentine's Day, but I don't have that movie, so yeah. Then I just like recently got this. I got this like maybe like 1 or 2 weeks ago. But yeah, I got 13 going on 30, the fun and flirty edition. And yeah, it says right here, the comedy for the kid in all of us. I just hit my mouth. I but yeah, this movie is so like honestly, this movie is wonderful. It has Jennifer Garner and Mark Ruffalo, and you know this movie's just so fun, and it's so, I feel like this one is like so creative. This movie is so and I feel like with Jennifer Garner, I feel like it's like perfect because she's just like a fun and creative and bubbly personality, like in the like type of movies that I've seen of hers. And I feel like this is like the most fun kind of romance, you know and yeah, and it's kind of like that. um it kind of just makes you like realize what kind of love and happiness and joy that you already have, and it just makes you realize like, oh, maybe I should focus on that instead of like focusing on the negative aspects of um your life, and you should focus on the good. um but also realizing that the bad stuff is just makes the good stuff extra special. So I feel like this is like a really fun movie. So yeah, it says it's a hilarious flash forward romance about a preteen girl who goes from geek to glamorous with the help of some magic wishing dust. 13-year-old Jenna Rink becomes 30, gorgeous overnight, with everything she ever wanted except for her best friend, Matt. Now, this grown up woman must create some magic of her own to help the little girl inside find the true love she left behind. So, yeah, it's just a like fun little movie. And this one, let me see. I don't know when this movie was made. I think it was made in the 2000s, but or something. It's so hard to find like these things. Oh, it says 2006. So, yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this movie was made in released in 2006. I thought it was like a little bit earlier than that, but whatever. I found it fun regardless. But yeah, this one I have watched a few times. This one is Notting Hill with Julie Roberts and Hugh Grant. This movie is like, the normal guy and then the famous actress kind of trope. And yeah, she's Anna Scott is the world's most famous most famous movie star. Her picture has been plastered on the cover of every magazine, and every time she makes a move, the entire world knows about it. William Thacker, yeah, owns a travel bookstore in the quaint neighborhood of Notting Hill. Um, his business is stagnant, and he has the roommate from. Wait, hold on. This lighting. Okay. His roommate. Wait, what? Hold on. His business is stagnant. He has the roommate from hell, and his love life is not completely non-existent. Then one day their paths cross, and the couple comes face to face. Comes to face the ultimate question: can two people fall in love with the whole world watching? Um, and you know, it's a fun like movie to see, but also this is like kind of like, I feel like this is like, and like, you know, for a famous person, like I feel like this is kind of like reality for some, because like, you know, all they want is like, you know, like some privacy, or just like complete privacy, because like, you know, like you might be like saying like, oh, like somebody's asked for that when they like become like a celebrity or whatever, but no one asked for, you know, their privacy to be completely gone. Like that's just so like, you know, uncalled for. And I think, you know, just the privacy and like the ability to have, you know, that love in their lives, and you know, for like people to like have like normal partners, and for them to have like that normal um love life, is, I feel like that is, you know, um a privilege to have, because you know, there's a lot of people who like are so, I feel like it's a, you know, like they think that these celebrities owe us something when they really don't. And, you know, they're, you know, and just like also just realizing like that, you know, these celebrities are people too, and like should be like treated like so. So, yeah, but this is like just a fun little romance. And I think the yeah, I think it's a fun little movie. Yeah. And then we have, of course, I don't know why, like this movie, like it's like I've been trying to find this movie so many times, but every single time it's like either sold out or they don't have it. So yeah, but I finally found this, and you know, this movie has, you know, Renee Zellweger. I don't know how you're supposed to say that. Colin Firth and Hugh Grant. Hugh Grant is in a lot of rom coms in the 2000s. But yeah, it's Bridget Jones' Diary, and this movie is just, I feel like this is just um this movie is not only about like, you know, romance, but this movie is, I feel like this movie is about womanhood. And yeah, but right here it says delightful comedy about the ups and downs of modern romance. Bridget is a busy career woman, decides to turn over a new page in her life by channeling her thoughts and opinions and securities into a journal that becomes a hilarious chronicle of her adventures. Soon she becomes the center of attention between a guy who's too good to be true and another who's so wrong for her. He could just wait. He could be just right. Um but yeah, and this is also based on a book as well. But yeah, this is just a fun British romance. Um, yeah, and I feel like, um, yeah, it's like, I feel like there's a lot of like movies that are like said they're supposed to be like funny, but they're not really funny. But I feel like this is actually pretty funny. Um, and then, because I feel like it's just fun and awkward and just like, you know, yeah. I feel like it's also like a little bit awkward, and like and I feel like that's like the kind of appeal that Bridget Jones has. So yeah, and I feel like Renee really puts that like really, you know, is like makes the really the character really just extra, you know, special. Anyway, and then we have another movie with Julia Roberts in it, and Richard Gere. and this is Pretty Woman. Um, in this movie, like, I feel like everybody knows this movie. Um, and yeah, Pretty Woman is, um, I don't even know what to say. This movie is just incredible. Um, and you know, it has that kind of like I don't know what's it like Billy. I don't know if he's like a millionaire, but he's like super rich. He's like a millionaire billionaire type trope. Um, it's kind of like that. Um, but yeah. So yeah. Oh yeah, he is. He is a billionaire. So it is a billionaire trope. Anyway, yeah. So it's a chance encounter that turns into a week-long business arrangement into a timeless rags to riches romance. And yeah, this I feel like this movie is like one of the most classic beautiful rom-coms that has ever been made. And I think this was um oh, I did not know this movie was rated R. I watched this when I was a kid, so I did not know I was watching a rated movie. I thought it was like PG-13 or something, but maybe it's because of the content of the movie, of like her job and stuff. But other than that, I was not expecting this to be rated R. But yeah, this movie was hold on, still trying to see that. I don't know when this movie was made. Oops. Hold on. Oh, it says right here, this movie was released in 2005. So, yeah. And then, hold on. I'm gonna save like the best for last because like this movie, because that movie just altered my brain chemistry. But yeah, this movie, I feel like this is also like a really fun like teen romance. Clueless. It's a whatever edition. Yeah, but yeah, this is so cute. And I feel like this is also like a really just fun teen romance, and the rich girls and uh, what is her name? Cher? Yeah. Um, yeah, her name is Cher, and and this is supposed to be a Emma adaptation. Um, so yeah, this movie is supposed to be a play on the book Emma by Jane Austen, and because she's like the matchmaking 15-year-old Beverly Hills high schooler who has a shopping and boys on her mind, but mostly shopping. And also starring Brittany Murphy as a a dowdy what? Okay, a dowdy transfer student. Jeremy Sisto as her potential mate, and Paul Rudd as Cher's sensitive Baldwin stepbrother. Clueless is back to capture the hearts of a whole new generation. And this movie was released in 1995, and it says right here, the class of 95. So I think this like really is like, classic 90s movie. But yeah. And I feel like the fashion in this movie is like really cool too. So yeah. And then let's see what we have here. Ooh, this is like one of my favorite romance movies. So yeah, this one was made in 1954, and yeah, and this movie is Sabrina with um Audrey Hepburn, Humphrey Bogart, and William Holden. And yeah, I feel like this is a classic. And then this edition actually has both of the movies in Black and white is the gray one, and then this one, this tan one right here is the one in color. So I can watch the movie in black and white if I want to, and I can also watch it in color. So I think that's really fun. Yeah, and this, I don't know, this movie is just so beautiful, and I feel like this one is the first, like for me, this is like the first you know, love love triangle trope that I have ever seen. I didn't like really realize it at the time, but like I really think so. This is like the first movie that I have watched with the love triangle trope. Um so yeah, like I have seen this movie since I was a kid. And you know, I revisited it when I was a teenager, and I just like fell in love with this movie. Like I said, I watched a lot of different movies when I was a kid, so yeah. And like also like there has like been like movies that have been a staple in my childhood and I have not watched since. Like I don't even know like why that is, but a lot of the movies that I loved as a kid, like I have not watched in years. And one movie that I really want to watch that I haven't watched in years is The Goonies. I literally love that movie. And then there was also another one that I haven't watched in years as well. I can't remember what it is, what it's called, but I haven't. There's a lot of movies that I haven't watched in years that I need to get on. But yeah, but let's get back on topic. This one is so here we go. Um, we have screen legends Humphrey Bogart and William Holden are the mega rich Larrabee brothers of Long Island, New York. Bogey? Yeah, Bogey's all work. Holden's all playboy. Oh, okay. I lost my place for a second. They have little in common except for they've both taken notice on of a beautiful, sophisticated young woman possessing a delightful zest for living, suddenly in their midst, Sabrina Fairchild, Audrey Hepburn. Um, could this really be the daughter of the Larrabee family's chauffeur, whom both brothers had largely ignored as she was growing up? It is. But now, after a stint in Paris, Sabrina has blossomed into a captivatingly glamorous woman of the world, and the fuse is lit for some family fireworks as both brothers fall under the spell of Sabrina and her irresistible charms. Billy Wilder directs this romantic comedy hit, adapted from Samuel Taylor's ever-escent Broadway play. And yeah, this is just a beautiful film. And yeah, and I really do think it's a fun um romance. And you know, like also this movie is like kind of like self-discovery and you know, like girlhood and womanhood, and like trying to figure out like you know how you want to live and how you want to be perceived as a young woman as Sabrina. So yeah. And then um this one this one like it's just like a childhood film that I've always loved. um this is also filmed, hold on. Okay, here we go. This movie was filmed in 2007, was released, and this one has Claire Danes, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Robert De Niro. Here we go. And it's Stardust. This movie I grew up watching and loving. And yeah, like basically this movie is about this guy Tristan, and he falls in love with this girl, and he's like, I'm gonna give you a star. um and he goes to find the star, and then they go on this adventure together to get back. And um and they and they both and her name is Vane, and which means evening star. And um but yeah, they both fall in love with each other. And then once they come back home, he goes off to be like, to give her, like, the girl that he was in love with, like saying like, hey, I'm not in love with you anymore, um like whatever. And he also realizes that he cannot bring Evane with him back home, because that her because he just put, like, he had like a little cloth. And this might be a spoiler, but I'm gonna say it anyway. And he realizes that, he basically he can't bring her back. And yeah. And you know like and then there's like other stuff too. But yeah, this movie is just like so magical and beautiful, and I really like it because this is like, just like fantasy romance type thing. And I loved that kind of thing. As a kid, I still do. I love like magical and mystical. um Sorry guys, that was my alarm. Anyway, but yeah, this just movie was just, like a just like a wonderful um movie growing up. And for me, I'm separating that author because, like, I just recently found out about, like, what he did, but I'm separating that from that because I feel like that's not I feel like that is separate from this movie. And I will always love this movie. And I'm separating that from that person. And you, if you know, you know. um but yeah, I really do love this movie. So yeah. And then really, this is like, obviously these are like two classic romance movies. um but we do have Pride and Prejudice. This is a adaptation of Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. um and this movie is just a beautiful movie. And like, this is like, honestly, I feel like this movie was also beautifully made, and there's like so many like um you know like different like parts of this movie that I just like hold in my brain. um like it's stuck in my brain um forever, and I truly love that. And Keira Knightley's character, she plays Elizabeth Bennet. And yeah. And it's just like, yeah, and it's just like a romance between her and Mr. Darcy, and I forget what his name is. um oh, Matthew McFadden. Yeah, I think that's what that says. Yeah. But yeah. And this, like, I feel like this is a classic. Everybody knows what this movie is. I'm not really going to talk about much about it, but it's just a fun beautiful period piece. So yeah, love that. And then we have this one, which really is like deeply, deeply a staple for me, is Grease, with John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John, and this is the 40th anniversary edition. And I don't know why, but this like movie is like so like compressed together. I don't know why that is, but yeah. So this this movie is so iconic. I don't even need to talk about this movie because I feel like everybody knows this movie already. But this movie is just so magical for me. This is like teen romance. Um but the but the cast is not teenagers at all. There are like maybe like a few that are like were like 19, maybe 20, but other than that, like a lot of the casts were like very much older than high school age, basically. um but yeah, so it's a classic tale of a good girl, Sandy, and a bad boy, Danny, gets tuned up with some new special features in this Grease, um your favorite movie musical just gets better with time. It's Peachy Keen Jelly Bean. Um, and all the songs on this are just so good and so memorable. And I still sing some of the songs to this day, like Hopelessly Devoted and Summer Lovin', I think that's what it's called. And um and like also there's like a few other ones that I'm just like I sing all the time. And yeah, this one's just a special movie to me. Then we have, these are the last two. This one, this one's not really a romance, but it does have that trying to find that, special person that they met. Like it's like what's it called? Um like first, not first love, like oh, Love at First Sight, that's what it's called. Which is the Truman Show. And yeah, like, and he is content on trying to find that person that he fell in love with at first sight and wanting to be with them. And um yeah, and having your whole life be on camera, and not even know it until some things happen with him. And yeah, it's just a beautiful, beautiful um film. And also I feel like this movie was really, really um made very well. This movie was made in 19 well, it was released in 1998. And yeah, it has a really um cool cast in there. And yeah, and I think it's a really cool movie. So Truman Show. This last one, last but not least, um this movie, well, I should say movies because this is the whole movie collection. But this has truly altered my brain chemistry, and I always talk about this movie, so you probably already know what I'm about to say. But it is the Twilight Saga, with Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, Breaking Dawn Part 1, and Breaking Dawn Part 2. This movie collection has like I watched this when I first watched the first movie when I was 10, and I still love these movies to this day, and I'm 20 now. So I have been loving these movies for a very long time, and yeah. So yeah, it says like there's a little thing right here. It says experience the immortal story of Bella, Edward, and Jacob in this complete collection that um that includes all five films. And yeah, and then this movie was filmed in the duration of 2008 to 2012. um so yeah, this movie, like, I think I've also mentioned this, but Emmett is my favorite character, and he'll always be my favorite character. And yeah, I've always since middle school, I've always like loved Emmett and like his character. I don't know, I'm just so fascinated with Emmett and his character. I felt like also he was like the most fun character, and I feel like that that's just like I don't know. I thought he was like also really funny. But also, if we're talking about like teams, Team Edward or Team Jacob, I was on Team Edward because I just felt like Jacob was like always just forcing his affection onto Bella. And like also just like, trying to make Bella feel the same way, even if she like, and like also I feel like since like they were best friends, I also feel like they also, like, she was really trying to like Jacob in that way, but I also feel like she would never she would have never felt that way toward Jacob, even if she tried. What she did try, but I don't think it would have ever worked out. So yeah, and I feel like you know, their relationship was doomed from the start because she never really liked him in the first place. Um, she, yeah, excuse me. But yeah, mm. I love this. This movie has like altered my brain chemistry. I'm constantly like thinking about this movie. I'm constantly remembering scenes from the film. I'm constantly like doing like the things from the film, like, where like she's like drinking the blood and like from that styrofoam cup, and then like that scene, like every single time like I drink a smoothie, like like I like do that, and like I'm just like, oh, that's just like that. And like what, like, I feel like also like if like this is like very much like tell me you're autistic without telling me you're autistic. Literally when I was a kid, like I don't know what was wrong with me, but but when I was a kid, like I was in middle school, and it was like PE class and stuff, we did like the Sharkra thing. Like I would always, I don't, tell me why, like why did I do this? I don't know, but I would run like Emmett would when he was doing that like fight scene with Jasper, if you know what I'm talking about. That's like so like why did I do that? I don't know, but um yeah, like it was bad. It was bad. Guys, like why did I do that? And like also like there's other things like from the movie that I used to do that, yeah, it's like it's embarrassing. But yeah, yeah, this really, like I made this movie, well, collection of movies, my personality for a while. And I don't even think anybody noticed but me. And I always think about that moment. I always think about that moment. But yeah. I love this movie. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe. And also have a wonderful Valentine's Day. Even if you're somewhere alone, go watch a movie. Celebrate with your friends. Celebrate with your partner. Um, Make your parents get you some Valentine's Day chocolate. Um, I don't know. Just like, you know, like even if you don't have a partner on Valentine's Day, make it special for yourself. Like I don't see a problem in getting yourself Valentine's Day chocolate, getting yourself that teddy bear, watching movies by yourself. Um, and I have no shame with celebrating Valentine's with myself because I'm going to be happy. I got myself a pizza today, and I ate some pizza. I'm about to watch a romance movie. Like I'm gonna have a good time, and yeah. So, yeah. That's all for today. So I'm going to stop talking now. Bye.